Hello, everybody. This is Mike Campbell, County Judge for Clay County here in Henrietta, Texas. And we have now issued another order. This will be CJ 492020, and it begins tonight at midnight and will continue for 2 weeks until April the 24th at midnight. Our purpose for going 2 weeks is we feel like in 2 weeks we can reevaluate the data and take a look at where we are right now based on medical advice and see if we're able to relax this order in some way. Our purpose for doing this order is to hopefully clarify some of the rules. We've modified some of the rules to ease the burden on some of our businesses as well. And certainly everything we do has been in the spirit of trying to keep people safe. Our hope is that we can certainly utilize common sense to keep everyone safe, and frankly, we've been very successful. We're currently holding at 3 that we have confirmed right now, and all 3 of those are in the same household, but surrounding counties are starting to see an increase. And as a result of that, we felt the need to extend the existing order, and this supersedes that order and will continue until April the 24th at midnight. Well, let's take a moment and take a look at the actual order. It is located on our website, which is co.clay.tx.us. And if you'll click on the link there below this video, you'll see the actual order. The first page of it basically is sort of the legalese. This kind of justifies what we've done, what others have done before us. And it also talks about the things that really we don't have any control over. For example, the president has said that every person in the United States shall avoid social gatherings of groups of more than 10 people. Our governor has issued Executive Order GA-14, and he said the following are not considered essential services: cosmetology salons, gyms, massage establishments, tattoo studios, piercing studios. Now, we don't have but a few of those here in Clay County. But they did point out that eating and drinking inside of bars, restaurants, and food courts is not allowed. However, the use of drive-through, pickup, or delivery options for food and drinks is allowed and highly encouraged throughout the limited duration of the governor's executive order. So here's what I've done. This is the order that will go into place tonight at midnight. It'll go through April the 24th. If someone in a household has tested positive for coronavirus, the household shall isolate at home for 14 days. This order will continue until or unless otherwise directed by Dr. Greer, and Dr. Greer is our Clay County Health Authority. Members of the household cannot go to work, go to school, or any other community functions during this isolation period. Now, when do you seek medical attention on this? Well, if you develop emergency warning signs for COVID-19, you should get medical attention immediately. Here's some of the warning signs: trouble breathing, persistent pain or pressure in the chest, new confusion or the inability to arouse, bluish lips or face. Now, this list is not all inclusive. You need to talk to your medical provider for any additional symptoms that are severe or certainly concerning to you. So here's kind of an overview of what we're talking about in this order. To the extent that individuals are using shared or outdoor spaces, they must at all times be reasonably and possibly maintain social distancing. What that means is we want you to stay in the house if at all possible. Certainly, if you're at particular risk, if your immune system is compromised, certainly we want you to stay in. Certainly, we want to limit between households as well. There are some exceptions to the rules. For example, there's nothing in this order that prevents gathering of members of a household or residents, but it does include all non-social gatherings. Exceptions are that a gathering can be held with more than 10 people if there's a minimum of 6 feet between each individual in that gathering for the duration of the gathering. For example, a 6-foot radius around an individual, if you do your math, is 113.1 square feet. So if you want to do a church service or a business meeting, for example, if you had 20 people, you'd need to spread out. It's roughly a 48 by 48 room. Religious institutions strongly encouraged to provide religious and worship services if you could do that by video or teleconference. A lot of our pastors are using Facebook and YouTube and many other ways to do that as well. Certainly, if you need assistance doing that, we've got folks that can help you with that in your church. I'm hearing of churches that are offering like a drive-in type service where they've purchased FM transmitters and you tune to a particular station on your FM radio, or they've set up PA systems. Certainly coming up this weekend for Easter service, that would certainly be an option if you'd like to do that. Certainly that would be encouraged as well. Basically, what happens, with restaurants, we got to do drive-through. They can do delivery. When you're at a restaurant, make sure that you don't linger there at the restaurant, that you get your food and take it home. This is where we can run into problems. I know it's hard not to want to visit and hang out with people, but we've got to practice social distancing and stay within lower than 10, and you'll be okay. Certainly, nursing homes are a very special concern for us. We leave it up to our nursing homes to regulate that, and they're utilizing the best practices in regard to what the CDC has presented as well. All of this basically comes down to using common sense. In areas where we've relaxed it a little bit, if you're able to conduct business online, if you're able to conduct business using electronics, virtual, using Venmo or PayPal or whatever the method is you're able to pay, then we'd encourage you to do that. And we encourage businesses to learn how to do that and to stay in business. Now, if you've got a retail establishment, obviously you're going to have to close the door on that. But if you're manufacturing, if you're a welder, if you're working in agriculture, certainly all of that is available for us to do. Now, I guess some of the things that we want to be concerned about as well is what are essential services. Certainly, there is a website at tdem.texas.gov /essential services, and there'll be some information there for you as well. The rest of the thing basically defines what we mean by each of these different items. Certainly take a look at that, scroll through. If you have a question about it, give us a call here at the courthouse annex. We are certainly available to do that. Now, we do have the doors are locked at this time, but if you'll call us, we can certainly let you in. And also, many of our elected officials have forwarded their telephones to their home phones as well. So they're able to conduct business that way too. Basically, what it comes down to is we're hoping that you'll use common sense. Basically, what we've done here is try to base this order on the current data that we have. We've been very successful in holding it to 3. Sadly, counties around us have not been. We're starting to see as many as 50 in Wichita County, possibility of some in Archer County. We don't know yet. Montague County now has 2. Jack County has 1. So we are successful in Clay County, and I do appreciate that. We appreciate all of you for your diligence in fighting this disease. We encourage everyone to utilize common sense in this process. And I know it's frustrating, but our hope is that there'll be a day when we'll remember this as a time when our families were able to come together and spend valuable time together. And as the marquee says, out on the courthouse lawn, Clay County strong, standing together, 6 feet apart.